Hey there drone fans, Rick here again from Drone Valley. Today I'd like to take a closer look at an exciting new propeller option for your Phantom 4 and Phantom 4 Pro. It's called a composite blade, and it's like the perfect mix of the original plastic blade with a full-on carbon fiber blade. Now I've been flying with these guys for the last couple of weeks, and I really like them because they're like the perfect blending of those two particular styles of blade. And I've flown with the full-on carbon fiber blades on the 4 and the 4 Pro for quite some time, and I like them an awful lot because if it's a windy day, I need the extra rigidity that those carbon fiber blades provide so that the quad stays exactly where I need it, especially if I'm going out to shoot at the shore and the wind's kicking up, or I'm shooting a location and there's gusting wind there. Putting those carbon fiber blades on the bird means that it's going to stay rock solid and get the exact shot I need without worrying about it drifting too much, being buffeted by the winds. The challenge with those original carbon fiber blades were because they were so stiff, they introduced a lot of reverse torque on the motor, which meant you couldn't use the original mounting bases, which were plastic. And even if you switched to the aluminum ones, which we offer, they still weren't enough. So with the original carbon fiber blades, you had to pull the original base off, put on a special base, which is a threaded stud, much like the Phantom 3 uses, put the blades on it and then fly, which wasn't that big a deal because I'd set them up before I left for the day. The challenge is, a lot of times when I fly, I go to a bunch of different locations, and I'm never sure if that location is going to need that extra stability with those blades, which means I either have to fly with it for the entire day, or I have to make the change and the retrofit in the field, which is kind of a pain in the neck because you're pulling 3 small screws out, you're going to drop one in the grass, so I don't like doing that retrofit in the field. What these composite blades offer is really the balance of the plastic and the carbon in one blade. So if you look at the original blade, you can see there's a ton of flexibility, especially at the end and even in the center. With these composite blades, because of the carbon fiber that's added in there, the ends are still flexible, but the center is really rigid. And the best part is they fit on the original mounting hub. So you basically just take off the blade, spin the new blade on, and you're off and running. And what I like about that is if I go out to 2 or 3 locations, maybe most of those locations, I'll fly with the regular blades on there. But if I get to a location that's extra windy or it's late in the day and the wind is picked up, I can pull these blades off in a couple of seconds, put the new blades on, and be off and flying. Now, why wouldn't I fly with the carbon fiber blades on all the time? Honestly, because they introduce the stability I need in the craft, I'm willing to use them, but they are louder. So, and you know my pet peeve about being loud. If I have a loud quad, it annoys people. People are going to ask a lot of questions about who's flying that quad. So I want to keep it as quiet as I can. The quietest blade option by far is the original blade. These are somewhere between the carbon blades and the original blades as far as their quiet goes. So I probably use these again about 25% of the time, but I found that they're less expensive than the carbon fiber blades. I don't have to change the bases out, so that's a hassle I've eliminated. And I can use them really when I need them and carry them with me in my case. So I'm not saying go crazy and buy a lot of these, but you might want to add one of these sets to your case because if you're out like me in a windy day, you can pop them on the quad, use them when you need them, bring it back down, put the original blades back on, and fly it like you would normally. So I've got links below where you can buy these from our store if you want to support the channel. You probably find them all over the internet. I'm sure a million people sell them. But I like them an awful lot, and again, I've been flying with them for probably about 6 weeks on the Pro and on the 4, and I've had no issues with them whatsoever, and they really do add that tiny little extra bit of stability that I need in those close quarters when there's a gusting wind out there. So that's all I really wanted to say about them. I like them an awful lot. Hopefully you guys will try them and you'll like them as well. If I've missed anything or you have questions specifically about this or anything else we've covered in these clips, drop them in the comments below. We appreciate the subscription count. It's been going up like crazy lately. We really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed so far, please consider doing that because every time we post a new clip, you'll get a notice. That way you don't miss anything. Likes are always good. If you're going to give me a thumbs down, like I always say, please just let me know why you left it because I'm always trying to improve these clips to make them more useful for you guys in the future. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know what I'm doing wrong and I'll try and correct it for the next one. So anyway, that's all I had for today. Thanks an awful lot for watching and happy flying.